From the Black Swan Media Studios, deep inside a secret underground bunker, we're speaking to freedom-loving patriots from all around the country and the world. Welcome to the Resistance. This is John Crump, live.
What is up? We are live on the Firearms Radio Network. We're also on YouTube, Facebook, everywhere you can get us. We're even on Twitch for all you gaming people out there. I see Frag out there. Badass designs, man. I can't wait to your hand heals up or whatever so we can do that design we were talking about. That's going to be freaking awesome. I see the Twitch people out there. I do see Bending Ballistics is out there. A lot of people are out there. So it's really, really cool. And we're going to have a lot of fun today. Aegis Gun Care, One Love Designs. Wow, this is awesome. Before we get started, I just want you all to know that on Saturday, if you want to come meet me, I'll be at XCal from like 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. with Jared from Guns and Gadgets, Eric and Chad from IV8888, the Survivor Sisters, Langley Outdoors, a bunch of people, Taryn Butler. So it's going to be freaking awesome. The guy from Guns Out TV is hosting it. It's the Guns Out Range Day, and it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. And we're going to be driving supercars and doing really, really cool stuff. There's going to be some Bugattis there, some Koenigseggs, Ferraris, McLarens, Lamborghinis. I saw some of the cars that are going to be there. So I can't wait to check it out. Maybe I'll start a car channel like every other gun tuber in the world. So let me go ahead. I'm going to introduce you to my co-host of the day. His name is the Flying One, Flying Rich. What is up, Flying Rich? You know what? And I did not share this on my news channel, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to turn over the show to you, Rich, so you can run the show so I can get this, share it out on my news channel.
Okay. Well, I'm just incredibly disappointed. I knew about the people going, and I don't care. I met them all before. But supercars? Well, really?
Yeah, you didn't know about that?
No, you didn't tell me about that.
Yeah, it's going to be like a supercar Saturday.
Now, if I had a working damn airplane, I would have flown up.
Yeah, I talked to the owner, Jason, today, and he's like, I went through my Rolodex of everyone with supercars.
Cool.
So it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait. Eric and Chad are flying in. I guess Thursday. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness! They just released the Secret Invasions trailer.
Is that the Star Wars thing?
No. What the hell are you talking about? Marvel, man.
Oh. I don't know.
You can say what you want about Marvel. I still love Marvel, and I will always love Marvel. It's my childhood. You know, it is. Well, yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. Let's go. You haven't brought in any of our guests yet, so let's go ahead and introduce them.
Whose job is that?
Yours. No, actually,
it's my job.
All right, we got Shooting Gallery New England, Joe.
What's up?
I think you should get one of those Newsy hats. I think that would look really cool on you.
The what?
Newsy hats.
What the hell is that?
You know, Hoff can tell you what it is.
Excuse me, I'm dying.
No, you're not. that Uzi King had? Is that what you're
No, the
talking about?
newsy hats.
I have
Great
no
show
idea
was
what the
about.
hell.
Watch any like show from like the 50s where they had like the little newsboys selling newspapers on the corner of New York
Oh,
City.
a scally cap?
I don't know what the hell it is.
Yeah, a
Look,
scally
that's
cap.
Yeah. Scally cap? I mean, don't you know what a scally cap is? Jeez,
Yeah,
John.
what a weeb.
Wow.
I have no idea what a scally cap
That's
is.
what D-bags wear. Oh my god.
Yeah, and we have Edgar here from Guns for Everyone, and he's going to be talking a little bit about reaching out to the Latino community that speaks Spanish.
Edgar, where are you from?
My parents were from Mexico, but I was born and raised in Denver, Colorado.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, is he a Miami dude? I was just.
No.
Okay,
No,
let me.
he'd be Cuban for that.
I went to the range today, and this is
You did
my,
not.
I went to XCal today. This is my JM4 tactical holster, right? I don't have the footage off the card yet, but there is a company called Her Tactical that makes a knockoff. So I wanted to test it out, right?
Look at that nice JM4 tack.
Yeah. So I wanted to test it out. This is their. I'm gonna go blow myself up here. This is their holster right here. Look, it's a knockoff. It's made out of neoprene. The magnet sucks. The retention sucks. They have a strap on the inside. I have no idea why, but why I'm bashing this holster so much, and it's a piece of shit, and I don't want anyone ever to buy it because it's a piece of shit. I did an experiment where you can actually fire the gun with it still in the holster.
That's a feature.
You can pull the trigger while it's still in the holster.
That's a feature. That's a here. I'm handing you my gun. Bang. That's
why there's a big
definitely
hole
a
in it.
feature.
So
Dear Lord.
yeah, so I proved it. I got it on video. So yeah,
That's crazy. That's
Oh.
crazy freaking dangerous.
Are you gonna post that on the Amazon site?
yep. I definitely am because that is dangerous. I don't like to bash companies, but when they're making a dangerous product like that, yeah, I mean it's just what it is. It's just too dangerous, and I don't like.
Not enough people get shot in their thigh.
Yeah,
you know,
I don't like the
or
fact
nether regions.
it's gonna.
So
Well, I did some research. The check is paying between.
hey! You can't say that. That's like sexist. Next,
What?
you'll be mansplaining.
I'm a man explaining how our product sucks like crap. I'm a man explaining how like when you freaking rip off a design that you should at least not use a $2 holster. I don't know how much it is, but it's probably $2 to $5, and she's selling it for like $25 because it's a piece of shit. It's freaking neoprene, man. It's wetsuit material, so it's really thin. It's like they take
Thin
a
wetsuit
wetsuit and they
material.
cut it in like 5 different pieces. and
So you
wrap
can
it.
use it when you're diving.
I guess. I don't know.
Well, use a spear gun. I did see somebody hunting fish with a Glock underwater, but I wouldn't do that.
JM4 does have a holster that will fit a P80 with a light and an optic. Just hit them up. They will tell you which one it is. Can't remember which one it is.
And why would you want that?
Because, man, I
Because not every one of us carries an Uzi.
Even so, why would you want that?
why would you want what?
A light and an optic on a carry piece.
An optic, man. Dude, are you against optic on carry pieces?
Yes, very much so. Extremely much so. Because
I
you know
got something.
what?
I'll bring it right here in a
Batteries
minute.
always die at the least opportune moment.
Dude, optics are I mean, you're just too old fashioned, man.
Learn how to use iron sights. And
You're
plus,
too old fashioned.
yeah, old fashioned. I stick it up under their chin and pull it until it stops going bang.
Oh, man, come on. Yep.
And
We're
we're
calling
good.
you a
And
hater
it's
out
yellow.
there.
And we're demonetized.
Do you want to check the monetization? I think this is the record. It's not even like 2 minutes in.
It's half. It's half. I don't even.
It is. They see I'm going to be on it, and they just demonetize it.
Hey,
Are we
Rich,
demonetized already?
hey, Rich, when we have Hoff on, do I monetize my stream?
No, you don't monetize. I monetize mine
When Hoff
Are
is
you
on,
just for the
demonetized
challenge.
all right. So
I'm refreshing.
now that I got that out of the way,
So I don't know. This might be the first in the wild in existence.
that looks
But
like a Patmos slide.
Atmos, huh?
It's a
It looks
SIG
cool.
P365 Revelation.
Oh.
So it's got the optics cut on it, fiber optic front sight, and I'm waiting for the retail price on this.
That's an RMRC, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, Jordan, if you want, I can review that slide as well. So, you know,
Did
I
you
love
get
you,
the-
buddy.
Did you get the you get some other P365 stuff? Somebody called me up and they wanted to give me a bunch of free P365 stuff.
It hasn't come yet.
And so I was like, you just send it to. I was like, can you send it to this guy? And they're like, sure, we'll send it to that guy.
Yeah, do you have a tracking number or anything? Because I haven't gotten anything yet.
No, it would just show up. You would just get like a package.
Okay. Yeah, actually, when I was away for the weekend and I checked my mailbox, I'm like, oh, I know what this is, and it wasn't what I thought.
Well, Rich, when that packet shows up, make sure it's not ticking, and before you really
And it's
open
not from you.
Hey, Rich, I got a package for you.
Yeah, I don't want to know anything about your package.
it.
Poor Edgar hasn't
Yeah,
said a word.
He's like, I'm
Well,
never
I'm gonna
coming
get
on.
that.
Edgar's
this
like,
again.
why am I here?
Which is
Edgar's like,
weird.
what the fuck did I sign up for?
All right, Edgar, tell us about reaching out to the Spanish speaking community for
it's really with Personal Defense Network, right? That's the company that needs to be shouted out more than anything else. Personal Defense Network, which has really invested a lot of money and resources, and really at this scale, I've never seen any other organization in the gun industry do it. So Personal Defense Network is starting to create video content, consistent video content, consistent online content for the Hispanic community, people who speak Spanish. Obviously, in the U.S., a lot of people wonder why would we need that. Well, a lot of people such as myself who are first generation born. My first language is Spanish. Obviously, I speak English. Maybe not the best, maybe not the greatest, but I speak it.
Better than Joe.
Yeah, better than a
not
lot
wrong.
of people. Yeah,
He is not wrong.
Joe's from Massachusetts. We got to cut him a break.
yeah. But I still consume a lot of my content in Spanish, even the stuff that exists in English. I will often watch the Spanish content as well. So there's definitely a need for it. Obviously, and the more we grow the Second Amendment, the healthier it becomes, the more powerful it becomes. So that's the other angle. But it's really all because of Personal Defense Network that we're able to do this. There's been other organizations, to their credits, that have tried, but I don't see it as consistent. They kind of release a video here and there. NSSF, I think, does some stuff, but never really at the scale that Personal Defense Network is doing it. In fact, I'm flying back out, I believe, early next month to do some more video content for Personal Defense Network. So we're also flying out to Mexico late October to target that audience
what
as
Mexico? Where in Mexico?
well. Guadalajara,
Okay,
yeah, Jalisco.
I can't, like, my wife speaks Spanish.
Yeah.
Because she had her first language is Italian, and so Spanish is very easy for her to pick up. So she can do all the pronunciations, and I can't.
Yeah. So Jalisco, where we're going, that's basically Mexico's Texas. So that's the state that thinks they're all that, but they ain't shit really. So that's where we're going. So if you can envision the Mexican Texas, that's where we're going. Bunch of charros and gunslingers down there.
Now,
That is
what are the gun laws in Mexico? I always thought it
terrible.
was like it was worse
Don't
than
ask, don't tell.
Yeah.
That's part of it, right? That's the black market. But really, their gun laws are not amazing, but they're not any more restrictive than, say, the laws that exist in Massachusetts or in California or New Jersey. So if you think about the worst gun laws that we have in the U.S. As far as states, it's probably a little bit more restrictive than that, but it's not anymore. There's no one of the interesting things in Mexico is you can have an SBR without having to have a special tax stamp associated with it. The big thing is it just can't be military caliber. So instead of 5.56, it's a 2.23. Instead of a 9mm, they're all 380s.
Really?
So, but the laws are, again, if you think of the states here in the U.S. that are the most restrictive, it's probably close to that.
well.
So I guess the myths I had heard is there's one gun store in Mexico City and that's it for the country.
Correct.
That's true.
That is 100% true. It's by the military.
Oh, okay. And my understanding was mistakenly was that you could only have a 22 in Mexico.
No, you can have up to a 380 for a handgun. So it can't be
No 50 cals. Any 50 cals?
You can have a 50 cal because it's not a military caliber, so you just can't have a military caliber. Now the problem with 50 cals, it's kind of like owning a full auto, right? So it's cost prohibitive for most humans to own it. So it's one of those things. Sure, you can own it, but it costs so damn much that it's not even worth investing in that. So,
Freedom seeds are only $3 a piece.
Yeah. Well, here in the U.S., in Mexico, a box of 380 is about $43.
Oh.
So if you can get an idea of what a 50 cal would cost you in Mexico. And obviously in the black market, it goes up a little bit more. But yeah, the 38 Super, somebody mentioned that 38 Super, that's the Mexican round right there.
Now, is that the SIG round or is that
the 38 Super? I actually don't know who created it. I don't think SIG is the one that created it.
That
It's
was
been
done
around
in
for a
the
while.
60s.
Yeah, it's been around for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say.
It's primarily used in a 1911 style firearm.
Yeah.
So shitty guns. Caliber itself is okay. It's decent, but it's traditionally in a 1911 firearm.
38 Super was invented by Colt.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
One of the interesting things about talking about SBRs is in Spanish speaking, which kind of ties in together, is in Puerto Rico, which they have Second Amendment and everything in Puerto Rico because they're part of the United States, but they're not governed by the NFA on like stuff like so. Like,
no way!
Yeah, they have SBRs and SBSs. They have other regulations around machine guns but somehow the NFA doesn't apply to them. So you can go in a gun store and buy an SBR.
Now, last I knew, in Puerto Rico they have constitutional carry.
Yeah. So, but you can go in and buy an SBR in Puerto Rico in like a regular gun store, which is kind of interesting.
Wow.
Now, in say Mexico, for example, is it kind of like Europe, or where suppressors are like kind of encouraged for noise pollution, or is it still same like U.S.?
It's kind of like the U.S. That would fall more like the U.S. You can get a suppressor. It's not maybe it's not as difficult as it is here in the U.S. The process isn't as huge because it's not part of the NFA. That's more of an NFA thing. And in Mexico, there's no real equivalent to the NFA.
Yeah.
So it's not encouraged, but it's definitely not one of the normal things either. And it's not as prohibited as it is here in the U.S. in terms of state by state and local regulations. So yeah, they exist in Mexico. It's not not a bad thing.
That's actually interesting.
Yeah.
In Mexico, is it just current military cartridges? Or is it all military? So, like, you could have a 7mm Mauser or a 9mm Largo, or
correct. Yeah, exactly. So, because those are a lot of like, especially 7mm, right? So,
they've got to be all over the place in Mexico.
Yeah, they still use them for hunting, and
Yeah.
You still have 30-06 and all of that stuff. So
Okay.
it's really the military calibers that you just can't really.
No, that's
308
Mexican
9mm.
military, or
Yeah, primarily the Mexican military, which they fall under NATO caliber, so it'd be the same thing that the U.S. military uses, 9mm and the
223, 308.
5.56. They can use 223 in Mexico.
They can play that game, huh? Oh, it's not the same.
Yeah, 223 is allowed for civilians in Mexico.
Okay.
So. So it's not as restrictive as most people make it out to be. To transport it, you do have to get a special permit to transport it and take it from the house to the range. But home defense is a thing in Mexico with firearms.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it's a lot more accessible. The process to get the gun is really not that crazy. It's obviously dumb, but it's not as prohibitive as most people would think. In fact, in Mexico, they say there's about 1 million gun owners, which is not huge, right, compared to the U.S. But that number is really skyrocketing in the last 5 years or so. So that's increasing. It's getting bigger, and obviously that helps the U.S. as well with our Second Amendment when we have a neighboring country who's growing in population in the second, their version of the Second Amendment.
Unlike Canada.
Unlike Canada, yeah. Mexico's actually going the opposite way from what Canada is. They're slowly improving and is slowly growing their gun owner population down there. Which is a good thing. Gun owner in a positive way, not just the cartels. And I hate to say this, but a lot of it is thanks to the cartels, in the sense that a lot of Mexicans decided, hey, the government ain't doing shit for us, and we need protection, so we need to protect ourselves. So they're starting to get hip to this idea of they are their own personal protectors, and the government ain't shit and will never do anything for them. So it's kind of that bittersweet of the Mexican cartels are actually the ones that are growing the population of law-abiding gun owners down there. So there's the plus.
Yeah.
There's the plus.
Don't like the cartels, but hey, we'll take the win.
Correct. Yeah.
I was watching a documentary about a town that was defending themselves from the cartels.
Michoacan, Autodefensas in Michoacan. They started a really huge movement down there to do that. They're just called the Autodefensas in Michoacan, and that has really. They were one of the very first that decided that they weren't going to take shit from the cartels or the Mexican government, that they were going to take care of their own security in their own neighborhoods. It's had its bads, right? But overall, it's been good for gun ownership in Mexico. In fact, I just seen a video that somebody, one of the people down in Mexico shared. It's a gun club down in Mexico that's probably going to be even bigger than some of the ones that we have here in the U.S. If it happens the way they say it's going to happen. But you know how that goes. So we'll see how that goes out there.
Yeah, gun clubs are nice, especially XCal, which is located in Ashburn, Virginia, and I will be there on Saturday with Jared from Guns and Gadgets, Eric and Chad from IV8888, the Survivor sister,
the Saffron sisters,
whatever.
No, the Survival sisters. Yeah,
Langley Outdoors, Taryn Butler, and they're going to be demonstrating a lot of stuff. There's going to be supercars there. There's going to be food. There's going to be bands. The GOA is going to be there. It's going to be damn awesome. And the first 100 people that show up, I will have a Wolverine patch for you. All you have to do to get it is come over to the GOA table and say Wolverines. And
at the top of your lungs, you got to yell Wolverines at the top of your lungs.
I'm just saying, I don't have that patch, John.
You can have one too.
Well, you and I are gonna be hanging out at the end of the month.
Yeah,
and,
John, I got something for you. Bob gave this to me to give to you.
Bring it to IV8888.
I will.
I'll bring you a bunch of stuff too. But there you go. All right.
Back to your regularly scheduled program.
after John's shameless plug.
Popped into my head.
If I want to go to this event and I'm not John Crump's friend, what do I got to do?
You can just go to XCal. They have a place where you can respond, or you can just or just show up. But
is it a free thing?
It's a free thing, yeah. And they're gonna have.
Oh, cool.
They're gonna be.
Rich, all you got to do is send me $100 and I'll get you in.
All right.
And that goes for everybody. Just send me $100 and I'll smooth the way.
The only bad part is Stephen Williford will not be there because he's going to be at Freedom Festival 2A in Pennsylvania, where they're going to be giving away AR. They're going to be giving away a Tommy gun. Doug Mastriano will be there speaking. Stephen Williford, Val Vanel, and a bunch of other candidates that are pro-freedom that will be speaking there. And that's going to October 1st from 3 to 7 p.m. And Warminster Community Park in Warminster, Pennsylvania, sponsored by GOA. You can go to www.pafreedomfestival.com. I don't know. I just thought about that.
Yeah, but that's October 1st.
Okay, well, I know because that's the reason why you can do both.
John, you should have told me. We were doing a Spanish show. I would have put the 7mm barrel on the FND.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, Rich,
then we could have gone and visited the cartels. If Rich had his plane fixed, we could mount light machine gun on the on the plane.
I don't know what the FAA regulations are on that, but I'll check.
Screw them.
Oh, dear Lord. Dear.
Screw them if they can't take a joke.
It's like masturbation. It's like masturbation on a plane. It's not illegal. It's just discouraged.
Thanks a lot, Bin Laden.
John, did the stewardess tell you that?
No, that's from a movie, man.
I think it's illegal now.
What? Stop everything. You do not know where that line is from.
No.
You need to go watch The Hangover tonight. Hangover.
The Hangover? Yeah.
Hangover. Yeah.
I don't remember that being in there.
Yeah, it's like masturbation on a plane. It's not illegal. It's just discouraged. And the guy's, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's illegal.
Yeah, when everyone gets so sensitive, then he goes, "Thanks a lot, Bin Laden." Okay, that is your mission tonight. Everyone got on my shit because I didn't watch Red Dawn, the original Red Dawn. You have not watched The Hangover. There's 3 movies that you have not seen.
I've seen The Hangover. I've seen the first 2, watched a few minutes of the third one, decided it wasn't worth the investment.
The third one.
Just like what is the one with the moon Nazis? Iron Sky. Yeah, Iron Sky 2. Don't watch.
I never heard of that.
Yeah, it's like the Nazis went to the dark side of the moon.
Which is stupid because there's not really a dark side of the moon.
Is that where they have dinosaurs and shit like that?
No, that's the Megatron or Ultron or something. What is it?
Oh, that's Transformers: Rise of the
Trent, thank you.
But no, but there is a dark side of the moon, but it's not a dark side from light. It's a dark side from radio signals on Earth.
I just know Dark Side of the Moon from Pink Floyd. So,
but that's why they call it a dark side of the moon because there's no radio transmissions there.
How do they know? Because maybe the aliens set up.
Because the Chinese found out when they landed a probe on the back of the moon that they couldn't talk to it.
Yeah. So again, Edgar, let's go here.
Yeah. Well, it was like I went on Smash Time's show last night.
Great show.
He's like, I usually write down notes. He's like, I didn't write down anything because, but yeah, I don't know where it's gonna go. So, because it's 2-hour stream, we went from guns to cars to quantum mechanics
to Care Bears.
Wait! You're talking quantum mechanics with Smash Time?
Yeah.
And what did he say?
He just sat there and like looked at me.
Okay, all right. I don't mean to be cutting on him. I mean, I like him. I just didn't think he was a quantum mechanics kind of guy.
To drones, to everything. And we have somebody else on the show right now. His name is Corn Pop. And you know what? Corn Pop was a bad dude.
What's up, y'all?
Hey,
You can't.
Hello.
You don't have your board set up.
Uh,
Which board?
I do, but
Oh.
Edgar's sitting there in his corner thinking, do I really want to get the Spanish community involved with these deal rods?
Doc,
Is that really a good idea?
Well,
I'm really interested in Spanish gun stuff, like with there's some little full auto pistol. I think it's 22. It's called like the Trejo Model One, not like Danny Trejo, but it was some. It was a Mexican gun designer because there was some loophole in Spanish law that it's this crazy like 1,400 rounds a minute, 8-shot 22 LR pistol. And I was wondering, I wanted to ask this guy if he's ever seen anything like that, or like when that law like wasn't a thing anymore. Because I don't think it's illegal now. But.
yeah, I've never experienced it. I've never seen it. There's so many Mexican designs to kind of circumvent. They're not really loopholes, right? Just to follow Mexican law. So there's a lot of
Corn Pop was a bad dude.
there's a lot of like MP5 clones that are in 380. They're all Mexican designs, and they're pretty interesting. But I've never heard of that one, the Trejo.
Danny
Never
Trejo.
seen it. No, not Danny. The 22. But yeah, just like here, right? Just like we have to adapt to regulations, and you get binary triggers and all that stuff. That's definitely a thing in Mexico.
Or you get 25 of these.
Yeah. So it's pretty bonkers stuff. I mean, full auto does exist in Mexico. You can watch a lot of video of Mexicans shooting full auto firearms. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like a civilian can possess them?
What's that?
Like a civilian can possess full autos in Mexico?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you're saying you could have a full auto MP5 and 380?
Well, it's not an MP5 because I don't think HK ever really made an MP5. And I don't know what calibers are allowed for the full auto stuff. I don't know that much about the full auto stuff because I really don't deal with that stuff. But the people that are hosting us in October, if you go to their YouTube channel, they have a lot of civilians shooting full auto firearms down in Mexico. Some of it is here in the United States, but a lot of it is down in Mexico in their clubs. And again, it becomes very cost prohibitive. So not very frequent will you see that stuff, because if you think a full auto AR is expensive here in the U.S., it's probably 4 times that down in Mexico.
No.
So it's super pricey.
So
unless you're the drug cartels, then you just go to ATF and get them for free.
ATF for free. Yeah, exactly.
So is it expensive, like, because like the same similar type thing we have in the U.S., like all of our like legal machine guns were registered from 34 to 86. So we have a finite number of, say, like M16s, M4s, AR-15s, hence why they're $25,000-$30,000. Like, is it that same type of thing in Mexico, or is it just the licensing and everything makes it that expensive?
There's no NFA in Mexico. There's no something that's comparable to the NFA in Mexico, so that doesn't exist. So suppressors are not regulated like they are here in the U.S. Full auto isn't regulated the way it is here in the U.S. Either because of it. So it's regulated a little bit differently. The demand just isn't there, and it's only one gun store. So when there's a monopoly on who sells the gun, obviously the price goes up. And when the demand is so low, I mean, it's just basic economics. Demand is really low, and then there's only one person selling it. They could charge whatever they want. So
especially when it's the military,
especially when it's the government. Yeah, absolutely. When it's the government selling you your freedom back, they're going to make it as costly as possible. So there's many variables to it, but that's slowly changing just because, again, that industry down in Mexico is growing. And a lot of it is happening because of the influence from the U.S. There's a lot of us. I don't know if you've walked around your towns, but there's a lot of us, Mexicans and brown people in the U.S. And that influence is going back to Mexico via the internet and the social media and all that shit. So that's helping that industry grow down there as well, which again helps us here in the U.S. as well. Because if we normalize it in more countries, the harder it becomes for the U.S. government to use that as an argument. Because that's been one of their biggest arguments as well. Check out these countries that restrict gun ownership and their crime is down or whatever they want to manipulate. Well, the more we normalize this in different countries, one being our neighbors, the easier it is for us to gain victories in the U.S.
It's really nice us gun culture can corrupt another country.
Yeah, which is amazing, right?
So, I consider it freedom.
Yeah.
What's the plan when you go? Is it now? Will you be working with military and police or actual civilians down in Mexico?
We'd actually be working with civilians, which is
that's awesome.
Which is not necessarily frowned upon, but like it's we had to get permission from the one of the generals that is in that area. So we had to get approval because it's generally looked at as of right now, it's not looked at in a good light for civilians to get the training because usually it's not a thing, right? It's usually the military doing it, but it's more at this point. It was more of a formality, more than we had to ask for permission. But it was just more a formality because it used to be where it just was unheard of. There's no civilians taking training. It was just military and police. Yeah. But that's changing, and now it's at a point where it's just more of a formality, and you just get it just to kind of be on the safe side and not to piss anybody off, especially when you're from a different country. Something about spending a night in Mexican jail or any jail really that doesn't appeal.
So
is that worse than Turkish prison?
I've never been to Turkish prison, nor have I been to Mexican jail.
So
I don't think I want to compare the two.
I got an idea. Edgar,
yeah,
we're gonna send you down to Mexico. You're gonna commit a crime.
Yeah.
Get sent to Mexican prison. Rich, I want you in
to
Turkey by tomorrow, and then I want you to commit a crime in Turkey. And then once you guys get out of jail, we can have the podcast about compare notes.
Hell no.
Edgar, what is the Mexican equivalent of Bubba, your new boyfriend, in prison?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I want to find out either.
Yeah.
Right.
I wouldn't want to be you guys say anything offensive like, oh, it's Jesus or something. Yeah.
It probably is Jesus.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys watch Cobra Kai?
Yeah.
No.
I did for a bit.
The new one, they go down to Mexico and Johnny comes out and he's like, yeah, I got us some Mexican Coke. And they're like, well, I guess it's just Coke down here.
Man, I like Mexican Coke.
Well, I keep asking our neighbors to the north, those brown geese that make all that noise, what do you call them?
No, because Mexican Coke uses cane sugar in it instead of corn syrup or whatever.
Now in Mexico, what I'm hearing, I did some research on Coke. Not cocaine, but Coca-Cola.
What's wrong, Joe?
Nothing.
Nothing.
And it turns out that Mexico now, for the Coke that they have in Mexico, they are using corn syrup, but they're still producing Mexican Coke with cane sugar, but they're only exporting it.
So I don't know, but you can tell the difference. It tastes like the old-fashioned Coke, Not the old-fashioned with cocaine.
I just want to let everybody know that Joe interviewed for a very prestigious company, and I called their HR department and let them know that, he's going to be online.
Rich.
Dude, shut up.
Never tell Rich anything. I told Rich something, and he's like, yeah, you should tell people. I'm like, no, I don't want to tell people. Next podcast. Hey, guess what I learned? I was like, oh my God, I told you not to say it. And he goes, well, I think people should know. I told you not to say anything. Remember that, Rich?
Oh my
This
God.
got awkward quick.
No, that's fine. But Gregor,
Well, our job's right down the
let's-
shitter now.
Let's talk about Mexico again.
No, I actually have I actually have like a legitimate question for you.
Go right.
So you're in Denver during the like pandemic. You were like literally giving free classes for.
We've been
concealed
doing
carry.
that forever since pre-pandemic.
Now, how is that translated over now that the pandemic's over? Is it still because I know you were kind of facing a lot of backlash at one point.
Yeah, no, Guns for Everyone's been doing that since 2000. We've been around since 2010. We're not a young company. We're not the oldest company, but we've been around for a very long time. We're the OGs in the industry. We probably don't get the respect that we should get. But we've instructed over 100,000 students for free. So we've been doing this shit since before the pandemic. We've always gotten backlash in the sense of we've always had a small portion of instructors who have always hated what we do because they see us as competition, and that's the wrong way to look at us, right? We work with instructors everywhere in the U.S., and obviously more so here in Colorado, and we try and get as many instructors plugged in, not to the way we do stuff, but when we travel to rural areas in Colorado, say the Western Slope and Grand Junction, we always try and team up with an instructor in that area so that we can promote them and make sure that they're successful and get the audience that they need. And we try and do that here in the Denver area too, because we're not competition. The reason we do the classes for free is a political statement more than anything else. So to look at us as competition is the wrong way of doing it. We started off primarily as an activism organization. So that's really the way we should be looked at it, is more than competition. But there's always instructors who suck at business and want to blame somebody for their shitty business.
Are you guys like certified from a particular gun organization, or?
Yeah, we're certified through the bad one, but also we started our own Guns Forever National. So the NRA, we have the NRA certifications because that's kind of unfortunately the standard for governmental reasons. Yeah. Guns Forever National was created to become an alternative to that. So we certify firearms instructors as well. And kind of the metric that we use is the USCCA Defensive Shooting Fundamentals, or the ICE, the Intuitive Defensive Shooting as well. That's our standard for you to become an instructor with Guns Forever National. And now here in the state of Colorado and a few other states, our instructors, our certification is acknowledged as one where instructors can use to teach the concealed carry curriculum. And
because I was looking at becoming a CCW instructor in Florida, and with this one organization, it was a fistful of freaking money. It was prohibitive, and like you guys do, I want to do it for free.
Correct. Yeah,
for free for a while. I used to do one free class every 3 months.
Yeah, and that's the thing is we want this knowledge to be as accessible as possible and normalize it as much as possible. The more we normalize this stuff, the harder it is for people to take it away from us. So with Guns Forever National, because it is cost prohibitive, it does cost a lot of money to get the instructors in, right? Especially when you want to get Rob Pincus out to teach an instructor course, and when you want to get Barrett Kendrick out to teach an instructor course, hotel rooms and food and travel and all that stuff. It does get expensive.
I thought Pincus had a place in Colorado.
Yeah, he has a spot out here. It's trying to keep him from not flying out to other places.
Well, you have to marry him, isn't that?
Yeah, exactly. It just on number 7 now, I think it is number 8 or 7. But I'll shut up on that. The respect for his current girlfriend, which is an amazing lady. He does the instructor development courses for us. We use, again, the USCCA, but it does cost a lot of money. So one of the things that we try and do is raise funds so that we can pay for the students. So, or at least half of it, because we want better instructors out there. We want more instructors that are not taking the alternative, what I believe is the lower bar for CCW certification, and taking the training with us, whether it be with USCCA as the defensive shooting fundamentals, or through Rob Pincus's program, the intuitive defensive shooting, which, if we all know, they're essentially the same, both written by Pincus.
Yeah, the NRA certification is a joke.
Yeah. I have an NRA certification for
so
teaching
do I.
people.
I mean, it's a joke. I mean, it's like, okay, you shoot, you do it, then you shoot to qualify, and that's it. You don't shoot again.
Well, it set the bar low so that anybody can pass, and I think that's one of the issues with the industry now, that if you take a certification where anybody can pass, if a target becomes a metric, it's no longer a target. So that's the education system model, right? Instead of raising the standard, we just lower the bar, and then anybody passes, and it makes us look like, holy shit, look at us, we're doing really good.
Like high schools now.
Yeah.
Mark of inexperienced
or police departments.
Yeah. You just lower the bar, and everybody passes, and that's unfortunate.
Now, Edgar, I will say, if you want to have a better relationship with, the other trainers, you might want to stop referring to them as pendejo.
I'll say it in Spanish. I don't say it in English. Just call them dumbasses instead of pendejo.
We have.
That's what's wrong. This whole time I didn't know.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
And pendejo over here will take it.
Dude, remember that Cheech and Chong? You ever watch Cheech and Chong?
Yeah.
Where Cheech tells Chong that pendejo means friend, and they're going down the road, and Chong and Cheech is like, hey pendejo. Then they wreck the van, and they're yelling at him. He goes, oh, it's okay, pendejo. You ever seen that?
Most of us don't know much Spanish, but we know that one.
But I've never seen that in the Cheech and Chong movie when they do that.
Yep. I have.
Have you, Edgar? Because you know what? You're probably going to see it.
I've seen Cheech and Chong, yeah. I don't remember exactly which one.
The question is it still as funny today as it was back then?
No.
Yes.
I don't think so. Seeing that.
Depends how high you are.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Like, I haven't gotten high in decades, so.
So is people smoking pot and turning into lizards? That's still funny?
That actually is kind of funny. I forgot about that part. That is pretty funny. So if you walk into your average Mexican gun shop, what do you see on the rifle rack or under the glass and the pistol case?
Well, there's only one gun shop, so it's not average.
Yeah.
Or it is the average.
It is the average.
You're one gun shopper, what do you typically see?
You see everything. You see the ARs, you see the Glocks, you see the SIGs. The biggest difference is calibers. So in Mexico, they don't have the Glock 19s. They have, I believe they have the Glock 25, which ironically the U.S. is not allowed to import the Glock 25.
Now is that the Glock 19 size
in 380?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Double stack 380.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's crazy.
It's insane that the U.S. can't import it.
It's weird.
This doesn't meet the legal guidelines for them to import a 380 Glock 19. But yeah, so there's those guns that you hear about that only exist in other countries because they're illegal in the U.S. ironically. So yeah, you see all the normal stuff, ARs, AKs, maybe different calibers than what we're used to here. But overall, it's pretty much the same. You just have to fill out your paperwork and kind of just wait, hurry up and wait. Just like in a lot of states, you would have to do that.
Do they sell more like traditional hunting rifles or military style?
Oh yeah.
That's like the only part of the movie I remember. I've only seen like that part.
My real good friend.
Wait, what about the one where the van was made of resin from marijuana?
Yep.
I've never seen that one. Yeah. I think I've only seen this once.
You got a nice yard. Yeah, see it, man.
Dude, that's classic. Classic.
So to answer your question, that was funny.
Yeah.
To answer the question, I don't know what the numbers would be, but most of my family and people I know in Mexico have a hunting rifle. So I'm gonna say it's probably more hunting than
you know what I mean? It's like you go into a gun shop here and most of the stuff is ARs and, military kind of looking stuff. It's not the traditional wood-stocked Remington 700 or something. And I was just interested,
Yeah, they probably do sell more hunting stuff than anything else, because hunting is a huge thing down in Mexico, just like it is up here, especially out in rural countries, just like anywhere else. I'm assuming in the world where hunting is big. But as far as what they have at the store, I mean, it'd be
kind of whatever they can get.
Yeah, it's no. I mean, you see it all. I mean, if you do a Google search about the Mexican gun store, you'll see very quickly all of the images, and it looks just like any other. It almost looked like a museum, to be honest with you, with the ARs behind the cases and shit like that. So presented very, very well, very high end.
I would love to go and check it out.
Yeah.
Deportes al Campo. That's the first one that pops up on Google. And Nayarit, Mexico. I can't pronounce that. I'm a poor Spanish speaker.
Spanish.
Nice.
Oh wow.
I only speak American.
John, that's American.
American.
Yeah. So yeah, you see a lot of the. In fact, I don't know if I can share it with you guys or not. Do you have it?
You gonna try to share a screen?
Yeah.
Go right ahead.
So. Yeah. So this is it.
We'll blow it up.
Oh, we don't want to show these guys, do we?
Oh, yours are fancy.
Yeah, so they have a lot of the kind of the same things, nothing too different. A lot of AR type stuff back here.
It's a nice looking store.
I like the bulletproof vest in the case in the middle too. That's awesome.
Yeah. And that stuff is unregulated down in Mexico as well. I don't know if this is.
Now, what about suppressors?
Yeah, suppressors you would just buy just like anything else. I mean, there's it's more of a cost issue than anything else, but they're legal in Mexico. People have suppressors.
Now, can you make your own in Mexico?
That I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't believe there's a law allowing Mexican citizens to make their own firearms or firearms accessories. But I don't know 100%.
What we need to do is, Rich, you need to go down to Mexico and make a suppressor.
Let's make a suppressor.
Realities. See what happens.
And then I get thrown in jail, and I have
Again, we come around again.
Jesus is coming. Jesus is coming.
Yeah.
Just head for the.
Jesus is coming.
East
Oh,
Coast. I'll pick you
All
up.
over you.
oh.
Drive across the Gulf.
Oh, that's all right. Now, oh, that's weird. That's okay. That's just now. Like now that you said it twice, I'm like, that's kind of wrong in a lot of different ways.
The question was, do they have a problem with Mexican cartel just going in and taking their guns? No, because it's a military installation, basically, the Mexican gun store. Kurt 24 was asking that, and so it'd be pretty tough. Also, the Mexican cartel probably already gets their guns from
Mexican.
The U.S.
the
U.S. government.
the Mexican military and the U.S. government.
Yeah.
I heard the
So they don't need to steal it from them. They get handed it to them. Yeah.
I heard the Zetas were originally Mexican special forces.
Yeah. A lot of them. If you look at the history of Mexican cartels, they hired a portion of special forces, Mexican special forces, that weren't getting paid enough or felt some sort of way with the Mexican government. The Mexican cartel would pay them more, and at some point they said, "Well, fuck it, we could do this too. Instead of being intel for the Mexican cartel, we'll just do it ourselves."
Yep.
And that's exactly how they became a power in a region more along the coast in the Mexican Gulf. But yeah,
I read about that. I thought that was very interesting that they started out working for the cartels and said, you know what, we're going to become a cartel.
Yeah,
And they became ruthless.
Pretty powerful one too.
Ruthless cartel there is.
Powerful one. Yep. Absolutely.
Freaking crazy. Oh my god! I mean, I think we should legalize all drugs. I think that's the only way to put the cartels out of business.
Well, that's the logical thing to do, right? Is just let humans be free.
Well, didn't they do that in Amsterdam? And like they actually have like very little crime in that aspect of it when it comes to.
But they didn't legalize it; they just decriminalized it, right?
Yeah,
yeah. Legalizing would be the play, because we did that here in Colorado, but then it's so over-regulated that it becomes easier to just get it through the black market again.
Yeah,
it's
now
taxed like insane. I think it's almost 40%, if I'm not mistaken, tax.
Oh wow!
So I heard that the Colorado actually got more money in taxes from stuff like that than anything else the year it got legalized.
Yeah, it was insane the amount of tax money that they got.
I mean, taxation is theft, but
it's crazy.
Yeah,
I said just legalize it. I mean, because the cartels won't be able to survive if they legalize it in the U.S.
No, they'll still do human trafficking.
They'll find a way.
Oh yeah,
but they won't. I don't think it will be as big.
It becomes more difficult for them to make ends meet, and it also becomes more difficult for society to justify their actions, because there's a lot of humans that look at the Mexican cartel and say, okay, like, stop the murdery shit, but outside of that, you're not doing anything wrong. In a lot of areas, it's the Mexican cartel that helps with plumbing and helps with electricity and helps with food and during the holidays and Christmas toys, and they are Toys for Tots in a lot of in a lot of neighborhoods. So in a lot of neighborhoods, the Mexican cartel isn't doing anything wrong other than selling drugs, which I think more people nowadays are like, well, that's not the issue. It's the murdery shit that we're not okay with. So if you take away the drugs and they only focus on human trafficking, it's a lot harder for humans to justify that action versus so it becomes their PR. I mean, because believe it or not, the Mexican cartel has amazing PR department.
Well, they actually have the whatever they call it, the songs.
Well, narco corridos.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I mean, they do have a pretty amazing. It's weird, but they have a good PR department. Every business needs a good PR department. It's hard when you're stealing kids and selling them.
yeah. A lot of the cartels are on Instagram.
Some of them
Get
are,
out
yeah.
of here.
Some of them are.
No joke.
Yeah.
They build some sweet, like armored up vehicles though, with like Maduses mounted in them and stuff.
Maduses.
They're on Instagram?
Yeah.
And we built some good tunnels too.
And we get banned for showing stuff like that on IG, but cartels are on Instagram.
Yeah, but usually they're not showing anything too crazy. They're just on there, just like anything else, restaurant visits, and a lot. Some of them get caught because of it.
They do show guns, like one of the, I think right here. Let me just open this image here. One of El Chapo's sons posted this image on Instagram. Just grab it here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I don't think that's El Chapo's son, though.
What's that?
I don't think that's El Chapo's son, because El Chapo's son, because they're from northern Mexico, a little bit more from northern Mexico. They're a little bit lighter complected. So I don't think that's his hand. Not to say
you're such a racist.
No. That is 100% his son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like he'd have a nicer car than a BMW. Like I feel like he'd be like a McLaren.
They don't. They got shitty cars.
You got to keep it low
because they live up in the mountains, so it's really hard to do that.
Yeah, you should be shot just for having that gun.
Yeah,
for reals. Yeah.
The whole thing about El Chapo's son. Here's another one of from his Instagram here.
Yeah, but look at his hands. I want you to look at his hands, and that those are not his hands. Watch, I'm gonna share this image.
Well, then it's from his Instagram. How about that?
I'm gonna show you his hands. See, look at his hands. He's white.
Yeah, he's real white.
Okay,
there's no way.
Well, someone shared it from his Instagram. How about that?
Probably, but
G-Wagon.
That's
another. That's not Mexico. Those license plates are not Mexican.
Yeah, they're Europe.
Then why is El Chapo's son sharing this shit?
Because I don't think that's El Chapo's son's profile.
You've been catfished, John.
You've been catfished.
I don't see the point of the G-Wagon, to be quite honest. It's a Mercedes.
I see the point. It takes a lot of money from stupid people.
Yeah.
But it has that 5.5 liter double overhead cam twin turbo engine. They make like a 600 and something horsepower version. It's pretty sick. But they look
like are they like fast SUVs, or are they just like, oh, I'm a Mercedes?
They make an AMG version.
Yeah. I always thought it was Mercedes.
For off-roading, they're fucking awesome. They're probably one of the best luxury off-roading vehicles out there.
Hey! All I know is the Taliban uses Toyota.
and the Mexican cartel really doesn't get into the BMWs and shit like that. If you watch most of them, they won't have BMWs or. El Chapo owned the McLaren, an F1 McLaren, but like he never really used it to the point where we can't find the fucking thing anymore.
I was going to ask about that because that you see on VinWiki a lot.
Yep, that's where I saw it too.
Is it one of those he drove it into a pothole and it's never been seen since?
It's probably in a barn somewhere in Mexico, and he probably never drove it. He just had it just because he could. But if you watch most of them, what they're driving is they're fucking driving regular cars. Because they don't want to get caught.
Here's one from his. Here's an article about El Chapo's son right here from the Houston Chronicle.
Oh, okay. But see, that's a lighter hand. That's not a super dark.
But that's his. I guess it's gambling.
Yeah.
And apparently there's a bunch of different cartel people all over Instagram.
Correct. Yeah, no, they exist on Instagram. A lot of them get busted because of it, too.
Yeah.
A lot of them are just friends of cartel members who like to show off, but are not really cartel members. or a family member of a cartel member, but they're not really part of it. But for the Instagram, they'll show it off, pretend like they're part of the gang.
All right, John, how do I share a picture? I've got a picture of El Chapo's son.
We just saw a picture of El Chapo's son.
I hope this is what I think it's going to be, and it's going to be incredible.
What do I do? Hit share?
Yeah, share. I don't know. Edgar seems to know what's going on. I have no idea what's going on. I've lost control of the show.
Well, I guess I could share a video file. I got it on video.
Oh, shit.
Where the hell is it? Son of a bitch. Oh, it's this file.
I'm like terrified to see what this fucking photo is.
Yeah. What are we getting into?
I have no idea.
Why the hell is it upside down?
Wow. Because Mexico's on the other side of the world.
We don't see
He's in Australia.
That's what it looks like there. It's like Australia.
Yeah.
See, that's El Chapo's son
El
practicing.
Chapo's son.
See, he's plenty white.
Backwards.
It's this whole video is giving me like vertigo by just looking at it. But still, that gun is sick. Throwing it out there.
Banned from studio. All right, guys. That's it. I think we're done for today.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Stick a fork in it.
All right.
Isn't El Chapo's son coming on?
Yeah, here in a little bit.
Yeah, in the live chat.
Yeah. That's not me. I can't do a Spanish accent.
That was close.
On Thursday, Rich is going to be flying solo most likely, and I'm going to try to be there a little bit late. But he is going to have Bob on, and is it public or no?
Yeah.
Well, the contest is public, I guess.
Yeah.
And they're going to be doing. What are you going to be doing?
We are going to be doing, I guess, the first round of the JSD build-off. So the JSD in 1776, if I got my information correct, were sponsoring a build-off, and they're doing it as bracketed head-to-head competitions.
So round one will be on Thursday on this show.
Oh, word.
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to do each other.
Okay.
Oh.
Hey, Rich,
This show is 100% demonetized.
Hey, Rich, can we move the show till 6 on Thursday? Then I can definitely make it.
I could ask Bob.
Yeah, well, let's see what he says. Tomorrow we're gonna have an early show. I haven't told Rich yet. Haha.
Oh,
you can't make it. It's fine. We're gonna have the guys from Guns Out, because on this weekend we're gonna have the Guns Out range day at XCal in Ashburn, Virginia. You come out and see your favorite stars like Jared from Guns and Gadgets, Eric from IV8888.
All right.
Langley Outdoors. And
what are you talking about? I'm not going to be there. You said their favorite stars.
You can come and find me and say Wolverine to get a free Wolverine patch to the first 100 people.
You're my favorite star, Richard.
I know.
You hang out. You're in my state. You're our state.
You need to play.
You got a lot of fans at my shop, Hoff.
So I think we're gonna be on at like 3:30, I believe. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. They're gonna come on. They're gonna talk about the XCal thing, and what we're doing. All right, let's go around the room. Rich, you can follow Rich at Flying Rich on every social media platform, including MySpace, and make sure to sub to him on YouTube, Flying Rich _official on Instagram. Not Fly Rich though. Joe, you can find Joe at Shooting Gallery California on all.
You do such a
Shooting
good plug
Gallery
for
NE
XCal.
on YouTube and all social media platforms. We have the Hoff, the one, the only Hoff. BW, I named you the Hoff, by the way. There you go.
Yep, you did.
You can thank me for that. You can find the Hoff on BWE Firearms on all social media platforms, including YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. And I just want to say this is no BS. BWE Firearms. I don't really watch that many gun YouTubers. BWE Firearms is one of the channels I do watch because the content there is freaking phenomenal. And you're not going to get that content on any other gun channel on YouTube.
If I can stop watching YouTube videos tomorrow, I'm going to do a couple of videos.
Yeah,
one's going to be on the FND.
Yeah, it's freaking
tear
phenomenal.
down and reassemble and shooting.
I would be all about that. I love watching those videos.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lost art, and he does make the best Uzis in the world. Or works the number one Uzi builder in the world, which is crazy. We have Corn Pop, and okay, you can follow him on at Corn Pop. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm actually I have a bunch of stuff lined up that's going to be coming out soon. I was trying to make a channel that's like more gun related name other than Corn Pop. I haven't came up with something clever yet, but that will be announced soon.
He will be announcing soon, and he also hangs around in the Discord channel. If you want to go to the Discord, it's a lot of fun. It's very chatty Cathy's. And now we have Edgar from Guns for Everyone. And Edgar, tell everyone about where they can find you.
Guns for Everyone on all platforms, even the ones that don't matter, like Twitter.
Throwing it deep.
Yeah. Guns for Everyone everywhere. Guns for Everyone National. My name is Edgar Antillon, and now on Personal Defense Network as well. So you can find me there at Personal Defense Network as well.
All right, and be sure.
And wait. Want to do a mad shout out to Ron Wayne, who's at 8.28K. So probably sometime today he's going to beat me in subs.
Good, congrats, Ron.
Good
Wayne.
job.
He deserves it.
Killing it.
Oh, wow.
And it's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, DLD After Dark on the Shooting the Woods podcast, episode 165.
Hold on.
At 11 o'clock, I'll be going to sleep.
Breaking news!
PD Ralph's channel just got deleted from YouTube.
No way.
Oh, crap!
Really?
Wow.
Zero strikes on it.
Wow.
That's
Isn't that the second time?
That's the second time, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy.
That sucks.
I guess, yeah, they're eventually going to do that, but it still sucks. I guess it's not
Yeah.
that crazy. But...
Got to build your other platforms, that's for sure.
So he appealed it, and they told him they're unable to access the Google account because he waited too long.
Did he just did he just find out today that today they shut it down?
Yeah, then they're like, yeah, we can't restore it. You waited too long.
How long? Is it like 60 seconds?
I don't know, man.
Did he back his stuff up on Odyssey or anything? Like have it so all the videos on it got saved at least?
I would hope so. I got one going to Gun. Actually, I talked to the owner of Gunstreamer today.
Okay.
How's
he doing?
Else. Good. There's something else that we're working on the
We
side.
need our own platform. Full 30 was cool, but we need something better than Full 30.
Yeah.
It's easier to upload to. Oh dear Lord.
Yeah.
I do not like uploading. I don't upload a full 30 for that reason.
Yeah, I mean, I have everything set to back up to Utreon and everything set to back up to Gunstreamer and stuff like that. But
yeah, everything I have is backed up to Utreon and Odyssey.
Oh, you can find me at Full 30 at Clusahatchee Gunworks. That's the one place I do have videos right now. But yeah, Full 30 sucks.
all right, well there you go. All right, guys, thank you so much. We'll be back tomorrow.
Sweet. Thank you so much.
I won't
Later,
be back
guys.
tomorrow.
With tonight will be. Thank you, Edgar, man.
Thanks for having me on, Carl.
Yeah, Edgar.
Thank you, Corn Bop. And I will see you.
What
guys
about me?
I'll see you guys later.
Damn. Damn.
Don't hassle the Hoff.
Hell no, I'm not gonna mess with the Hoff.
Don't be like that.
I
I love you.
I love the Hoff. You know I love you, man.
You know the stream's still live, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
I love you too.
I have a clip of that actually.
All right. I'll check that later.